Now this one's an oddity. This one is an oddity. I had this on the Philips CDI, and this is actually the Philips CDI version because I'm intended to try and get the best looking version of these games, and the version on the PC and the Mac looks horrendous. It was before DirectX. Now this is kind of playing into the Blade Runner type of story, and it's like the early version of Cyberpunk. Standard Windows 11 update.
Cutter, come in, Cutter. What's happening? Are you alright?
I tried to think, but my thoughts raced around with nowhere to go. It was like someone had put a shotgun upside my head and blown a hole clear through my brain.
Cutter. Talk to me, goddammit. Where are you?
The Philips CDI had next to no decent games, and this was pretty good for its time. It's a very short game though.
I'm okay. The data must have packeted. I got a sudden shock rush.
It's been made. Just get out of there and fast.
I have no idea what this thing is he puts on his head, because he does it a couple of times and it looks ridiculous. The combat suffered from the Philips CDI slow CD-ROM. The video, I'm surprised, looks pretty good.
I'm tracking heavy movements in the tunnels. Lock and load.
Considering it didn't use the Philips CDI digital cartridge, this used the original Philips CDI hardware, and what they managed to achieve is pretty impressive. But it's completely forgotten because nobody owned a CDI and nobody remembers this from the old days of the PC, and trying to get this running on new PCs is not easy. They always have mazes in these games, man. In the 90s, they just loved putting mazes in to like extend the playtime. It's a lot easier using the mouse in this, which I can use because I'm using an emulator. On the original Philips CDI, you had to use the control pad, which was horrible. There's a couple of scenes, action scenes in this game, where you have to shoot at metal balls being thrown at you as some sort of like defense, and if you have to use the Philips CDI controls, it is horrendous. I ended up rage quitting about 100 times back in the day. Where are we stealing from? Nintendo? This is also the other 90s thing. It's such a 90s thing when you manage to shove your entire inventory down your pants. You don't really mind it so much in point and click adventures, but in these kind of FMV games it's quite strange.
Come on, Cutter! Run! Come on, faster! Faster, Cutter! Come on, run! Please, come on, run!
Wait, what? I think physics and biology just took a turn here. Oofed. Why would I be having an explosive in my pants all this time as well? Surely that would have been unstable.
Warning, 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 warning.
So whoever was outside shooting, I take it they've just gone now. That makes no sense. Haha, talk about flat-chested. Oh, that's janky. Because that's how you hold your keys. I wonder how they... I'm not even sure of the technology about how they actually managed to make her look that flat. I don't think there's polygons in this. I think this is like the... I mean, I'm not technical enough to understand it, but I think it's just the way the layers are done. This section was the worst thing ever on the Philips. And it makes no sense. Why would a defense system start throwing huge metal mace balls at you? There must be a better way, surely. These were really not fun on the CDI. I like this game, it's really short, but it suffers again from the FMV problem with there's a big story, but they don't tell you half of it. So you find yourself sitting there wondering about various things that it doesn't tell you.
My mouth was full of acid as the tension of the past few minutes pumped up from my stomach in a sickly bile. All I could see were questions, looping through my head like a piece of film spooling through a projector. Why did I pass out? Why would anyone want to kill Chris? What was so special about this data? It spun around my head until the film snapped.
Yeah, they killed Chris because she was standing at the entrance screaming.
Screen.
It is really dark and depressing. I do love the soundtrack to this as well. It's Simon Boswell. It's got that really, really lonely 90s grungy kind of feel to it. Also suffers from the other 90s problem where everything's a cutscene, so if you take a right and it's meant to be left, you're going to have to go all the way back round again.
These places started springing up about 20 years ago. Part of this thing called the New Age movement. I couldn't see anything new about guilt. It was just the same old cycle. Sin, salvation, redemption. A couple hours in here and your sins could be washed away like so much dirty laundry. I never bothered. I could scrub for a whole week and still never get rid of the stink.
There's a lot of clever wordplay, but none of that made sense. Like, is this not just an internet cafe? Why would people come here to get rid of their sins?
After I make a drop, the credits are wired to a bank account in Nigeria. It's worked smoothly up until now. A very profitable arrangement all around.
Please insert your karmic card.
So is it an ATM? Because there's a... I don't know. Like, it doesn't explain this. This is what I mean about these games. They don't explain things.
The karmic cycle needs to be completed. Please arrange the shapes in the correct sequence to proceed.
Another 90s issue is having these ridiculously easy puzzles. Well, not easy, but simple puzzles that made you feel like you were doing something. And I don't know about you, but if I had to solve a puzzle like this every time I went to the bank machine, I'd probably die of starvation. That looks almost right, doesn't it? That looks right, yeah. Ah yes, the future, where you can shoot people in the back and they fall backwards. See, that's what I don't get. They all know he's got stolen property and where he is, but nobody comes to get him.
At least I'd managed a partial transfer and I had some credits to operate with. That would be essential.
Wait, well, I mean, I don't know what it is, if it's an internet cafe or... I guess it's not that important. I do like all the static figures. It adds to the creepiness of the atmosphere.
Normally I could download the data here. The virus must have locked into my brain. I had to figure a way to get it out.
Just cut your head off.
The Sub-Zero bar is the mecca. If you're a pirate, jockey, or a regular cowboy, here's where all the real business in the city gets done. If you need some cash and you don't want it telegraphed across the network, then this is the place. You get so used to electronic cash, you forget the stale smell of hard currency. No one here forgets it. Mortgage men who can't stop gambling till they sold an implant or two. Sharpies bright and hard like the edge of a razor. They'd gut you for 100 Nigerian rand and pick their teeth with the tip of the blade.
Step aside, loser.
The thing is that Nigerian rand, for being this contraband currency, how come everyone is using it openly?
Please insert your credit. Your credit has been accepted. Do you want to hear the rules? Psychic roulette is a battle of mind over matter. Simply spin the psychotron with your mind. Make a triangle before your opponent. Don't select the symbol already chosen.
That makes more sense to me now than it did back then. I could not get my head around this game when I played it back in the 90s, but that seemed to be quite easy to understand this time. Just one there, something there.
You're a winner. Collect your prize at the bar.
Oh, bad day at McDonald's there. Fired.
There were thousands of ASCII kiosks franchised throughout the world, gathering and selling information, all permanently plugged back into the televerse.
So this guy uses public ATMs, like, openly, puts his credit card inside random people, and we're meant to believe he's a top hacker that knows what he's doing.
Should be easy to get him. ASCII transfers huge amounts of information. He should be able to find out what I needed. The Sub-Zero bar had its own economy. Electronic credit carried little weight.
Every time you move, the guy talks to himself. Can you imagine if he did that in real life?
Currency was the only way to pay around.
I went to the fridge. I opened the fridge. I closed the fridge door.
Well done. You can pick one item.
I am not dubbed at all. Oh wow, I can have any of these blurry items that I can't tell what they are. I mean, seriously,
If you
what?
win again, you can pick another one.
And by the way, I knew it was Atium because I remembered it. I don't know how.
Zip lived for the electronic rush, the hum.
I'll just put my card in this as well, because I'm a top hacker.
Welcome, Cutter.
Oh, it knows my real name as
I
well.
don't think even ASCII knew anymore whether he was a man trying to be an artificial intelligence, or an artificial intelligence which thinks it's a man. Something's up with the data I'm currying. Can you tell me anything about it?
Negative military infection.
But that doesn't make any sense. I deal strictly in corporate, not military.
Scan indicates copy protection. Data of great trade value.
If you can get it out, I'll trade with it.
ASCII unable to penetrate fire defenses. Virus terminal path.
What do you mean, terminal?
Virus too strong. Check back to origin.
How could it get past Doc's antivirus?
How did it get past my
Virus too
Norton Pro 7-day trial?
Based on my data?
Affirmative. ASCII willing to deal. Credit line established. Color spraying ownership transferred.
Two things. Do a background search. See if anybody has been checking up on me. I need to talk to Zip. Can you transfer his link number onto my database?
Affirmative.
Today, the terrorist organization NAMO has announced that it intends to destroy the Televerse. They are threatening to plant a virus which will detonate inside the Televerse, bringing the world's communication network to a standstill. Paralyzing
And he
the global
appears by
economy.
video link.
The Televerse has the
Of
most
course.
sophisticated anti-intrusion devices known to this planet. It will take more than a bunch of bullies to threaten us.
We have obtained the following broadcast made by NAMO.
Well, they build the Televerse on an ancient graveyard or something.
Holy grounds from the imperialist rulers. Unless our demands are met, we are prepared to destroy the whole Televerse.
For only 45,000 credits, you can now buy a personal laser repair kit restoring lost
Oh,
vision.
what could go wrong?
We don't need space. The anti-space
Yeah,
development
get that
pressure
shout,
group
yo.
staged global demonstrations today in their attempt to stop global Congress freeing funds.
It's kind of eerie, that news article, with what we know now about Musk and Mars.
Hey, Cutter, good to see you, man. I'll meet you back on the other side.
Hey, Zip. How's it going?
Hey, Mr. Magoo, it's something.
Why do they call him Mr. Magoo?
But rushing, Zip?
Oh,
There's two kinds of
crashing the
people
car,
in this
maybe?
world. Those that rush and those that don't. Now, you've got your derma rush, that's for the fleshies. You've got your skydiving, your racing, your orbit jumping, all those things that move your body through time and space. And there is your dweeby, 100% totally synthesized, fully transcendental, biocontrolled electronic rush. We're talking beyond the flesh, we're talking beyond electrons, we're talking beyond silicon. This is 1,000, no? 100,000 times stronger than any rush you're
ah
going to get
yes,
through motion.
Skyrim.
I need some more things. Can you help?
It's a real dry time at the moment. Everyone's clamping down. Well, I've got some military, some Cortex, some soft tech. What can you offer me for it?
Would you take this cheap shit that I got at the bar when I won some stupid tournament?
That's just what I've been looking for. Meltdown, man. Here you go. Be sure to catch me later if there's anything else you need.
When Namo find an undercover agent, they play a little game. The agent is given a pistol and an hour's head start. Several young women are given short blade knives and sent after him. I've never seen it take longer than 2 hours for them to come back with his skin. I had infiltrated a Puerto Rican gang of pharmaceutical smugglers. We were trading drugs with Namo when I met Gala. Doubt she'd recognize me. Back then I had a different face.
See, that bit annoys me. What does he mean by that? Back then I had a different face, because if it's reverting to the end of the game, that doesn't make much sense, because we can assume he's in the present. So, was that just a bit of the story that didn't tie up? I hate stuff like that in these games, but there's a lot of it because they usually cut things because they can't fit it on the disc. But I would like to know what that was referring to.
It's rude to point.
It's rude to lip sync.
Thanks for the help back there. Call me sometime. We'll do lunch.
I figure you got me into that. You owe me one.
What do I look like? The prize at a fair?
Well, more like the
3
coconut.
direct hits and you get to keep me?
That was some slick trick you pulled off back there. How'd you manage that?
Oh, I get
With a
it.
gun?
It's a line. You're looking to get your rocks off and you figure me for the sucker play.
No, I
Damn,
need some
busted.
help. A simple task. I'll pay.
Hard currency.
Nigerian.
In advance.
I've got it back in the hotel.
You got a cute ass.
That is sexual harassment.
Some ground rules. No touching, stroking, or fondling. Strictly looky-looky, and you pay for what I break.
Does that include my heart?
Need me, you can reach me on this.
It is the future. Here's a pager.
Paging.
Is this it then?
Okay, here's where you're in your keep. You see that guy over there?
The only guy moving in the whole universe.
Distract him, so I can go around the back.
You get more interesting by the moment, paleface. What you got soft-tech security after you for? You done robbed a cash machine or what?
You gonna do it or not?
You say jump, I say how high.
How can he think she's Cutter, yet she was talking to Cutter and it didn't even bother him?
Whatever the reason she was coming, it wasn't for cash. Gala was as slick and mean as I can raise him in the barrio. She would be useful, and if I kept her close enough...
She could walk into walls as well, it seems. Wow, I guess everybody actually was kung fu fighting.
Encryption algorithm. Shouldn't be any problem if you got the decoder.
Maybe there was some...
Why would you waste your time making an encryption like that? What if the screen snaps?
Upon capture, do not kill a pigeon.
Oh my god, Daly's on the cameos. Happy birthday, pigeon.
This must be a high priority mission. He was the best in a business that rated psychotic tendencies as an asset.
This is fun. Usually I like to keep my knees below my ears on a first date.
Could have waited outside.
I could have, Pigeon, but then you might have flown the coop. This way I get to protect my investment.
Listen, Chiquita. We ain't partners for life, just as long as it takes me to get you your cash.
Ooh, now you really hurt my feelings.
I won't flatter myself with that.
I guess this is our floor.
You're a regular Jack in the Box. You never told me you had that.
You never asked.
Soft tech moved quickly.
Well, they haven't moved quickly because they haven't caught us and it's been hours. That's got to be the worst cover movement I've ever seen. How can they mess up that shot? It's clearly squint. I honestly don't think anyone proof tested any of these games from Philips Media.
Well, they moved me out of the honeymoon suite.
I mean, surely somebody would have looked at that and gone, wait a
What's
minute,
the
that's
rush?
squint.
Looks like fun.
Hey, don't touch those. I get charged for what I use. Besides, if this is a sitting duck operation, I'll have this room wired.
What are they gonna do? Burst down the door?
These guys are real pros. They know we're in here. They'll hit us as soon as we get out of here.
That guy downstairs wasn't any hot stuff.
I know, it's been worrying me. Somehow it's just too easy to get in here.
What have you got that they want?
Well, it's not intelligence anyway.
Question.
So what do you keep in there then?
Ah, another safe that's got an explosive on it. I don't understand that whole dystopian idea of if anyone tries to get into your safe, it never has anything worth stealing in it. They'll die and kill everybody in the block. Why have we got another one of those hats? Did we not have one of those in the car? Or did we just leave that? Or and why, what do they actually do?
Hey, Cutter, what's this?
It's miraculously off again.
I don't know, let me have a look.
A lot of this doesn't make much sense because there's no way they wouldn't have been caught by soft tech. But they seem to think they're being really subtle. I figured out that this is actually a vent. It looks like a window though. It never made much sense to me, but it does now when you throw the grenade into it. But wait a minute, like, Gala isn't wearing a mask, so did we just throw a grenade in her face? Philips Media were obviously just trying to get this out the door, that they didn't polish anything or make sure anything makes sense. I do like a lot of the one-liners. There's a lot of cool dialogue in this game, but it covers up the fact that the story is a bit messy and it doesn't make a lot of sense. Admittedly, at the end of the game, they sort of have a twist that kind of covers a lot of the plot holes, but not all of them, just some that are more glaring. Philips Media had another game called The Dame Was Loaded, which was almost as broken, but that game was actually hilarious, so you could overlook a lot of the flaws.
Here's the cash I owe you.
Here's to a beautiful relationship. Anytime you need any personal services, just give me a call. I'll give you a discount.
What, you mean like ironing?
You could use a little defrosting.
Most of the people here are real. Well, real enough.
Fake.
If you need any spare parts, I've just gotten a shipment.
How is he getting spare parts?
Well, your lucky day today, Mr. McGee.
You have the exact part for my car.
Nice to do business with you.
That would just never happen.
See you around sometime.
In reality, that would be a 2-week wait on eBay. Wait, the car's nuclear? And we've not got a hazmat suit on, but fuck it. Why would anything else make sense? Oh yeah, that's a frustrating puzzle.
Fusion systems activated.
One false move and I'll blow your head clean off your shoulders.
Whatever credits I've got.
You can't tell whose voice it is.
You can check me if you want.
Shut up.
What the hell?
Surprised to see me?
Surprised to see one of the only 2 people in the whole game?
Just a little something I planted to ensure we would meet again.
Oh my god, he's like the only car in the whole of the
I'll
town.
blow a hole straight through your chest if you take one more step towards me.
What do you want?
Ah, now you're getting smart. There's always a deal. I myself want nothing. However, the people I work for need to get to dock. And you, I'm reliably told, can get me there.
And if I
If you
refuse?
refuse, I will kill you. I won't like doing it, but I will. And then I'll get to dock anyway.
Soft tech agents. They'll kill you as quick as me if we don't get here real quick.
Okay, Pigeon. But easy now, or I'll have to clip your wings.
We'll sort this out later, Chiquita.
How are these 2 not dead? They are the worst at what they do. Wait, why is my car parking space attacking me? It's the first time I've actually noticed the numbers at the top of the screen. What on earth are they meaning?
I couldn't be sure how Gala was mixed up in this, but one thing was sure. I couldn't let her go now.
Another strange 90s puzzle. I think a lot of the 90s puzzles in these games should be studied because they were so weird.
What's the panic, Cutter? Who's died?
2 morning after pills, please.
Chris is dead? She can't be.
You heard me.
She was a good kid.
Listen, I need to talk to you. Alone.
What happened?
I don't know. Should have been a routine run, and now it seems like the whole world's on my tail. There's just something wrong with the data in my head, Doc. It must be one hell of a virus. I think the data I got is corrupted. I can't seem to get it out of my head.
Not possible with the anti-intrusion code I supplied you. You got that from the military.
Well, you figured out.
Wait, how do you know that?
As sure as hell is in my head, and I want it out.
I think it's feelings, Doc. Get them out. Ugh, get them off me.
Chris.
Listen, I'll deal with who killed Chris later. Right now, let's deal with this.
Okay, I'll go prepare the scanner. It won't be long.
Yeah, you got health insurance, haven't you?
A high-density nanofield holoscope.
As much as this is curiosity, why would I feel the need to put this in here?
Are you out of your mind, Dealey? So how many of those things you got?
Enough.
So what are you gonna do, start blasting for the faith? You know, you religious nuts are all the same. You think you're fighting for freedom?
But we don't know who she's working for.
I don't
That doesn't
expect
get
you to
explained either.
understand, Cutter. What do you know about suffering?
I'll tell you something. And I don't give a damn whether you understand me or not. I used to work for the Corps as an adjuster.
Who are the Corps?
I slipped into a place far and saw myself a big, deep, dark hole. No frills, just the end of the road. Couldn't even keep a gun in the house. When you hear them calling me at night, it was all I could do to stop myself from picking one up and putting it in my mouth. And then I met Chris. And she turned this sorry excuse of a life into a man again. And now she's dead. It's all my fault. So don't think you have cornered the market in rage. I'll tell you what. You put that gun down. If Doc wants to help you, he can.
As long as you got insurance.
I'll leave it up to him.
See, this is what I mean though, the dialogue is actually really good, and I really like it, and he's actually quite a good actor for being in one film. But
guess that makes us all friends again, huh?
The problem is they don't explain any of these things that they're on about, like any of the history or any of the companies they work for.
Come through now.
Which really hurts it in the actual great scheme of things, because I actually find it all really interesting, and it's a shame that these kind of games, they never explain anything.
Have you been experiencing any hallucinations? Any vomiting or passing out?
Yeah,
I've
but
had all these
that's not important right now.
Memories, things I haven't thought about in years.
The burn cycle is wiping out all your memories, devouring your brain cells and replacing them with viral code.
And that's bad, right?
Since a person called Cutter is simply the memories that you are made up of, you're literally being erased.
What?
What are you doing playing with soft tech, Cutter? I thought you left all that behind.
Flush out my brain and I'm out of your life.
How did he know he went to
Yeah,
soft tech?
Cortex will cut us and let us dangle. I want your trail here
Why
to be
would the
covered.
competitor cut them off?
Yeah, like you gave Chris.
Listen, get off my back, all right? What's that?
Some beta software I've been tinkering with.
Like the software that fucked my head
The
up.
program will download your essential data and build a construct of you in the televerse. Once in the televerse with your brain as computer code, you'll have a better chance of untangling the logic bomb from your rapidly decaying mind.
What happens after that? Do I stay a construct forever?
The only person
We
I know
sell
who
your
may be able
organs.
to help is Viali. Rumor has it he has the upload code to allow transfer back into your body.
I guess I don't have any choice, huh?
You used to have them, Cutter, but you used them all up.
Oh my god, does my insurance include gaslighting?
See you in infinity.
I do love that music. I think it's just so creepy. It's kind of weird how we saw the future back in the 90s. I would say it's actually more scary how it turned out.
Are you out of your mind, Dealey? This was supposed to be a routine interrogation, not a massacre. I knew you couldn't handle it, Cutter. I told them. Should kill you now. Go on then.
But then there'd only be 2 people in the whole game.
No, I'd rather hand you over to the corporation. They'll fry your ass. Oh, they will they? What do you mean? When God was crapping stupidity, he dropped a shitload on you. The corporation authorized it. It was their idea.
Why don't you kill the prisoners? Okay.
You can kill me if you want. But then you'll be running from them for the rest of your life.
And you'll be down to 2 actors. Is he not even going to clean that up? What a monster. Wow, it looks like we're coming into one of Elton John's suits. That's one way to spew in the Televerse.
What happened to you, Cutter? You look like
What the hell is she wearing? She looks like a Kylie Minogue tribute act.
Chris, is that you?
Why shouldn't it be me? Have I been somewhere?
Was this another sick joke courtesy of Logic?
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Of course I'm real. Why shouldn't I be?
Because you're supposed to be dead. I saw you die.
What do you mean I'm
I
dead?
saw you shoot backwards after getting shot in the back.
You don't know.
No, I don't know.
I'm a little bit confused. It's been a rough few hours.
Okay, we'll just forget it. Say, these are cute. A new fashion statement. I've heard of having yourself pierced, but that is ridiculous.
What the hell?
Here, give me your hand.
Danger. Carter fragmented.
Do you know what's going on?
Affirmative. Carter's consciousness uploaded into Televerse. Carter's code disrupted. Must retrieve 3 pieces. Replace. Missing code. Priority 1.
What if I can't find the missing code?
Carter cease to be.
Can you get me into Cortex? I have to find Vieli.
Affirmative. Information old. Security code 001122.
This bit's a bit strange. It's like a sort of maze, of course, that has different voices in it. You have to hear them to complete the Buddha's puzzle. You only really need Dealey.
Great, just what I need.
Welcome, my son. Have you come seeking wisdom?
Well, I've not come seeking stupidity, have I?
Are you willing to kill your ego? In the beginning was the tree, beneath which Gautam sat and meditated for 40 nights before his epiphany. You must pick a leaf, but pick the right leaf. The others
He was ready to pick without caring what he was doing.
Infect you and destroy you and your reality. You must let your fear be heard. That is the beginning of the path to enlightenment.
Make my fear heard? How do I do that?
Boo!
That
Just checking.
would be telling.
So it has like a Tower of Hanoi puzzle where you just change the blocks to get a different sound, and obviously pick Dealey. If you don't, you have a hilarious game over scene.
It's a bitch. Nothing is what it seems. The tree was an illusion. You must still find the answer.
Do you know what's going on?
Affirmative. Carter's consciousness uploaded into Televerse. Carter's code disrupted. Must retrieve 3 pieces. Replace. Missing code. Priority 1.
What if I can't find the missing code?
Carter cease to be.
Can you get me into Cortex? I have to find Viali.
Affirmative. Information old. Security code 001122.
Hey, where'd you go? I was worried.
I don't know. I don't remember. Have I been somewhere?
You disappeared after you brought me here.
I just remember talking with you and then being here.
Well, don't worry about it.
I think I'm here to help you.
How?
I don't know. God damn it, Cutter. Why don't I know anything?
It was a third eye.
Obviously relates to the Buddha, but I don't really know why. I think it's just trying to connect them somehow.
How's it going, Cutter? You found Viali yet?
He looks like a villain from Marvel.
Hey, how long have I been here?
About 3 seconds.
3 seconds?
Why do they say that? Because now it doesn't make sense how they're talking in real time.
An hour to you is a second out here.
Listen, tell me, how did I get these holes throughout my body?
Yeah, I tracked your progress. When you entered the Televerse, you got fragmented by my crappy software. Parts of your code are scattered all over the Televerse. So trying to download you back up into your body would be disastrous.
Well, how do I find them?
Fragmentation appears to be in your personality software. Problem is, the shattered code is self-evolving and can form itself into any shape. They won't come back easily now they've tasted life. You can't transfer back into your body without them.
That security code was out of date. Have you got another one?
Negative. Cortex security increase.
Who the hell's behind this? Is it Softtech or Cortex? Or Viali?
You had the option.
Australia,
then, didn't you?
of course.
He could have prevented Dilly killing those people.
Listen, he killed them before I realized.
No, he didn't. You knew when he started slapping them around that he was going to kill them.
It happened all so quickly. 1 minute he was fine, and the next minute he was blasting them.
He was slapping them about for about 20 minutes before he did anything.
The corporation was backing him up.
You're just a coward.
I couldn't do anything.
Just like you couldn't do anything for Chris.
Chris wasn't my fault.
Yeah, he said in the docs it was his fault.
That run with you.
I know.
When you're careless, Cutter, people just seem to start dying. It's a shame you don't just die yourself and spare everyone else.
What the hell was that?
Missing code. Code appears hostile.
You're telling me it's hostile. Do you know how I can find him? I have to get him back into my body.
Negative. Information unavailable. More
Put an ad on
data
Craigslist.
necessary. Hostile code in vicinity. Carter in danger.
What do you mean I'm in danger?
Code does not want to re-enter Cutter. Code intends to erase Cutter. Cutter must pursue and reintegrate code.
Can you tell me any more?
Hostile code in pulse.
I ain't coming back. I like it out here.
This is a bit where you have to shoot at it to stop it from leaving. It was a nightmare on the CDI controller, but obviously it's a non-issue with the mouse.
The more I hit him, he's getting away. I have to stop him. If I don't get him soon,
A lot of this game suffered heavily because the CDI was just not designed to have a lot of these kind of fast-paced clicking sections. And I'm sure Phillips used that as a way to extend the game time. Obviously using that third eye idea, we get the second piece, but there's not really any relation between the two sections. It's just looks like it was just lazy writing.
I don't know what else I can do. I cannot find any way into Cortex. I mean, what's the use? I mean, you're dead. I didn't want you to die, but it happened.
You've got to keep going.
And how we can't figure out that that's the third code piece just shows how I cannot believe he is a good hacker.
You already have. I'm the last piece of your code. When you have me, you'll be a full construct. You'll be a super user. You'll be able to walk through walls if you want to.
Well, thanks to Philips Media's terrible coding, everyone else has managed to walk into walls anyway. It's all fun and games until you vape your girlfriend. That is statutory vape.
You can kill me if you
Oh
want.
god, this memory again. Build
Then
a
you'll be
bridge,
running from
Cutter.
them for the rest of your life.
On a purely aesthetic level, the geometry...
Vieli.
Carter, it's so good to meet you at last. I've been following your progress with great interest.
Listen, if you had any hand in killing Chris, when I get out of here, I'll kill you.
It was pretty much everybody but him.
Childish, I know, but you get my point? You're in my world now and in no position to make any demands.
I big man, you small man.
I had no hand in this.
So who did?
I believe it was Softtech.
But that can't be. It was their data that I stole in the first place.
You were the perfect homing pigeon.
Oh yeah, they call him Pigeon,
They
eh?
infected you with a logic bomb so you would
Okay,
have
that's
to
kinda
become a
clever.
construct. They knew you would seek me out for the download code.
But surely Softtech could get the code another way.
I'm the only one with the code. If I were to download you into your body, your brain would contain a residual copy of the download software.
Well, then they'd have a download and an upload code?
Precisely. Imagine a piece of software that can duplicate a human mind and store it on a computer. Software that would allow a person to make a computer copy of themselves and continually transfer that copy to and from a human body forever. Then they would earn the technology of immortality. Think of the miracle of it, Cutter. Even you can appreciate what this means. Why should a man labor all his life to achieve things, and when he's finally succeeded at something, Mother Nature snatches him away, all because his dumb flesh body has decided to pack up? This way, the great thinkers can keep going. Their work can increase. Think about it. What could Newton have taught Einstein? What could Socrates have taught Sartre? The mind boggles at the evolutionary steps we could take.
And what could Genghis Khan have taught Hitler?
Nothing unless he starts speaking
A
German.
minor point. More than likely, Softtech will reduce it to the most desirable product ever put on the market. It will tip the balance of world power in the favor of whoever has it.
But how could they be so sure that I'd end up here? They couldn't control all the incidences which led me to you.
Simple. They had someone betray you.
Who?
Your memories are fragmenting. Your only chance to destroy the burn cycle is to get an antitoxin to the center of your mind. You must avoid the burn cycle defenses. If they strike you, you will have lost a toxin. I've only 5, so use them carefully. Pockets of memory still remain in your mind. If you release these, they will help you. I can't help you any more than that. If you can't do it with 5 antitoxins, I'm afraid that your brain will fragment into 1 billion pieces of code.
Oh, another maze. 90s, love the mazes. This one is a pain because even with a mouse, it is impossible to control. This bit doesn't really make any sense because Vieli is supposed to be like the master of the universe and this is his world, but he can only spare 5 antitoxins. Now, we're assuming that this antitoxin is for his actual brain, but we're not in his body at the moment, so these antitoxins are for the construct. And if it's for the construct, why can't we have unlimited antitoxins? Or am I just thinking into this way too much?
You better tell me who set me up.
Oh, that's simple. Doc has been working with Softtech for some years.
I should have
He served
known.
you up to them like
Only
a
one of
fish
the
on a
3
silver
people in the game.
platter. I've access to Doc's internal security.
I suppose at least it covers up the plot holes from earlier, how the Doc knew everyone, but I think that was just luck.
Her, but I'm afraid we're powerless from here.
What is the Doc staring at?
Only watch.
I struggle to believe she'd just sit there like that, like a sitting duck.
Listen up, Cutter. This is how it shakes down. Every minute you're in the televerse with my software, I'm gonna cut off a piece of that sack of shit you call a body. And I wouldn't worry when your dick's gonna go. By then, you won't have a hand to stroke it.
Wait, why was that camera on if Dealey knows that the televerse can see it?
I want to go back into my body.
Dealey will kill you as soon as that happens. There is another way.
What?
I could download you into a spare body I keep in the lab.
Do it.
Not so quickly. I'm a businessman, Cutter. This is a transaction.
What is it? What do you want?
I've managed to keep my death secret for a long time. But it won't be long before I'm discovered, then even my own company will exploit my work. I can't let that happen.
How did you hide your death? And everybody just like, oh, he's on holiday again. For 17 years.
What's left of me is in the lab. My brain contains the only backup copy of the software. When I download you, take it and leave the city. Is it a deal?
It's a deal.
That's kind of cool. I don't know how they actually filmed that because obviously there's no polygons, but that's kind of cool. You just keep spare, attractive female bodies in your lab. This game would never get made today.
A woman's body. Well, that would make a change. Not a bad model either. I wonder how it works.
This kind of dialogue, I don't know if it was as cringy back then, but it's really cringy now.
A woman's body is the perfect disguise. My old one was running down anyway. I figured in this body it would be safe to go back to the hotel. No one would recognize me. I had left a couple of things I needed before I left the city.
Perfect disguise until you go back to your own apartment. Wait, why did Dealey bring his body back here?
Cutter! I knew it was you. You can change your body, but you can't hide that stink. You stink of death, boy.
Dealey.
What'd you expect, a tooth fairy?
I should have killed you then, Dealey.
But you couldn't. You're the same coward today as you were then. But you're better looking. Give me the head.
We have the place surrounded.
This is what you call a lose-lose situation. Any which way you throw the dice, comes up craps.
Please, no more one-liners.
Did you like the present I left you last time you were here? Hmm?
What, the chain pants?
I bet it
I
was
knew
like a
it.
kick in the crutch when you saw it. Huh? I wish I could have seen your face. I bet it had the same goofy expression on it as when I shot that bitch of a girlfriend of yours on the helipad.
God, use a comma, please. And that doesn't make any sense because it was clearly a turret that shot her. I find this quite amusing that there's like supposed to be thousands and thousands of people shooting at the apartment. We take 2 out and that's it. How big was his head? And How come his body's moved?
By now, they'll probably have found Dealey, my old body, and Viali's head. Should be a while before they realize I'm not dead. The first thing they'll do is retrieve the software from Viali's head. I think I better get out of town, and fast.
Another squint screen.
Wouldn't have thought you were one to run out in a deal cutter.
Really?
Viali?
That's all he seems to do.
See, you're enjoying the new body. So much nicer than the one you had before, don't you think?
Listen, I can explain everything.
My thoughts are my children. They may not be the fruits of my loins, but they're the fruits of my mind, and I will protect them from anybody seeking to harm them.
Softtech have them now. They're probably loading you into their worldwide system as we
Only if they've got a
speak.
firewire cable. I get the feeling he uses firewire cables.
I assumed you'd let Softtech get hold of my head, so I planted a little surprise. My head contains a virus. The meanest homebrew my hackers could cook up. It will destroy Softtech's entire computer system. Then they will quite literally cease to exist.
You killed a whole company?
I prefer to think of it as natural selection.
Why?
Is he actually asking why he killed competitor?
By destroying Softtech, I have ensured my
Wow.
children will flourish for countless generations to come.
Look, Viali, I'm way past caring. If you're leading up to something, just do what you're gonna do and get it over with.
You will be supplied with an infinite number of bank accounts, good enough for anywhere in the world.
You monster.
What?
My favourite model, built for speed and pleasure.
Yeah, that's
Don't worry
cringy.
about that. I intend to keep up the maintenance on this model.
By letting Softtech get a hold of Viali's head, I had helped Viali destroy them. Softtech were quite literally about to vanish from the face of the earth. To them, this was all just a corporate game. I had more important things on my mind. I wonder what this body would look like with an all-over tan.
And that brings us to the end of Burncycle. Not the most memorable 90s game, but one that's worth mentioning because not many people will know about it. I liked the fact that it bridged the gap between movies and games. And here's the original trailer.
It is the future.
Till next time.
Information is currency. Data theft is a capital crime. Saul Cutter is a data thief.
Cutter, getting some heavy buzz on the net, man.
Something's up with the data I'm curring. Can you tell me anything about it?
Negative military infection.
Mate, just get out of there and fast.
The rewards are high.
No touching, stroking, or fondling.
Should have been a routine run, and now it seems like the whole world's on my tail.
One false move and I'll blow your head clean off your shoulders.
So are the risks.
They infected your brain.
This is what you call a lose-lose situation.
What have you got that they want?
I could ask you the same question.
But this time, he's stolen more than he bargained for.
Something as sure as hell is in my head, and I want it out.
The memories that you are made up of are literally being erased.
Now, he's got something on his mind.
Imagine a piece of software that can duplicate a human mind and store it on a computer. It will tip the balance of world power in the favor of whoever has it.
And in 2 hours, it's going to kill him.
Stink of death, boy.
Run! Come on, faster! Faster, Cutter! Come on, run!
When you're careless, Cutter, people just seem to stop dying.
Don't think you were corner the market in rage.
Can't stop this game.
It's a bitch.
From Philips Media comes the ultimate interactive movie game. Burn Cycle. Once it's in your head, it can't be stopped.